I don't know. There was various technical things and whatever. I don't know. But so when you mentioned it last night, I'm like, yeah, how come we're not? So I thought I'm gonna do it tonight. So and there's Rob in our weather center. Awesome, Rob.
Hey, how's it going?
Good to see you.
We can hear Rob. Oh my gosh!
I've got my microphone.
We love Rob in the hangout. We love Rob in the hangout.
So is it tremendously cold there tonight?
Was that
not too bad?
Is it extremely cold there?
Yes. Our brutal 30s. No.
Oh.
It was gorgeous today,
30s.
actually. Let me find some pictures.
Oh my goodness. So what's on tap for tonight to talk about?
Pandemonium at a psych clinic. A gunman opened fire in a clinic at the University of Pittsburgh today, killing one person and injuring 7 others, and police shot and killed the suspect. Witnesses say they heard gunfire and barricaded themselves inside offices for at least 20 minutes until SWAT teams arrived. Police do not have a motive for this shooting. One officer was shot in the leg, but it appears to be a fairly minor wound. An anonymous tip and a partial fingerprint left on a bottle have led San Jose police to a man they've been searching for since November in connection with a parking lot beating. They arrested Emilio Romeo, who is now facing charges of assault with a deadly weapon. Police say that Romeo used a bottle to beat another man after they got into a fight in a parking lot on the South White Road in East San Jose. Now, this is some of the surveillance video of that incident. The victim was able to get away and did call police. He was then treated at a hospital for his injuries. Investigators say that he got a tip about Romeo and then were able to match a partial fingerprint on the bottle to identify him. It's one of the it's one of the most toxic sites in the nation, and it's right in our own backyard. Divers taking a plunge in the Superfund site at the Lords Channel.
There is a new extension that I'm using
where tests have
that
shown
actually reads the chat to me.
DDT, a pesticide with a long and controversial history. NBC Bay Area's Monty Francis has more on what's being done about that problem. See, I didn't get to read those before I came out, and there was a big old typo. Big old
oh no.
It's one of the most toxic sites, yep.
At the Lewitson Channel, there are signs that say, don't eat the fish, but emissions in are positive, stern warnings about contamination.
Okay, yeah, come on in and...
Hey, Brent, have you invited Peter Brooks and Deanno and Trey?
Today, divers brave the murky waters of the Lewitson Channel to retrieve
Uh-oh, dang it.
levels of DDT in the water.
Chrome is giving me some issues.
EPA says the highest danger from DDT is in the channel itself, and not in the...
So what does an invite look like as opposed to, you just see that the hangout is going on?
Well, with the Hangouts on air,
yeah.
Only you can control. Deanno is on his way in.
Oh,
only
good.
you can control who comes in. I can't
Right.
invite anyone.
Right.
And so it looks like all the rest of them, it's just that it's protected and locked.
Right.
So I can't reshare it so that others can join. That's
But
how they give you control.
Then now, can other people watch the hangout but not
Yes.
join it? Yes. So
They
they
go
can
to your
see us
stream.
hanging out. They
Right.
can see us hanging out, but they can't. Can they listen in and stuff?
Yes, they will see and hear whatever we talk about in the
Like
hangout.
me
in
asking
your
all these
stream.
silly questions, right?
If you want to
I
call
don't know
him
about
that. So Deanno said he's on his way in. I
good.
sent him, he and Trey notice to let them know you were hanging out.
Oh,
I
good,
couldn't send them the invite because...
I think I did. I think they're included.
Okay, did
Yeah.
you include Peter Brooks?
I got to check. I'll see. Hold
Okay.
on.
The test results from today should be available in June. A community meeting is scheduled for March 19th, and the next big cleanup of the channel is expected to happen in 2014. In Richmond,
Well, undocumented students will be on the move this weekend. They will kick off a 3,000-mile walk across the country supporting the DREAM Act. Students and their supporters will begin that trek Saturday afternoon at the Golden Gate Bridge. They plan to walk across 13 states, ultimately arriving in Washington, D.C. just before the 2012 election. The DREAM Act would grant U.S. citizenship to undocumented students if they attend college or join the military. Students participating in the walk say it's a huge undertaking, but ultimately worth it. From the Golden Gate, the walkers will make their way over to Berkeley, where they will speak at Sproul Plaza. That group is expected to pass through nearly 285 communities to discuss immigration policy. We have some new information tonight about what caused a massive fire that forced people from their beds early this morning. It started about 4 o'clock this morning on Dwight Way in an apartment building next to the UC Berkeley campus. Fire investigators say that fire was accidental, and it started in a water heater closet. Now, nobody was hurt, but as NBC Bay Area's Christy Smith tells us, several students are displaced, and that neighborhood is shaken up. Let's see.
Who is Marika? Marika K.
America is our producer. She's in the control room right now. She's the one talking in my ear and giving me other instructions.
America. So is America showing what you guys are talking about?
So in
she's got her newscast on.
From her thing, she's pushing up the newscast, and then in the other one, Rob is showing some of his weather stuff.
Yeah, this is interesting. The aurora looks like it's dipping into the northeast.
Oh,
well, I am going to add America to my circles. Hi, America.
Now, I don't know if she can hear you. She may have her computer muted because it's, chaos in there, and she may be going cuckoo. But I will definitely tell her you say hi and see if there is times when she can listen or not.
Yeah. That would be cool. I'd love to meet America.
I think she waved for a second.
I saw her come in. I'm testing a new application by Mohammed Mansour that will read the chat when it's typed in for people who are blind. And so if
Bay Area women are taking
if you see me suddenly do this, is when you type something in, I'm hearing it.
Are strapped
and I'm trying to make sure that
they're dangling from the ceiling to learn how to stay safe.
Hi, Jennifer.
Site. The Working Partnership USA program.
I'm doing great.
And how previously incarcerated women learn skills that can help them land a trade union job. A spokesman says that the 8-week program has a 70% success rate for placing graduates in real jobs.
Oh, you're a YouTuber.
Yeah.
What do you YouTube about?
The rest of the course is
just my
focused
daily
on money
life
managing and interviewing skills, and for many of these women, it offers their first shot at a stable career.
I don't really have a focus.
Still
I'm a
ahead
new
tonight,
YouTuber as of
Silicon Valley style.
Like August last year.
Okay, you say I've interviewed President Obama.
Yes.
Were you in that hangout?
Yes.
Which one were you?
I was the first one.
Plus a welcome
you probably
shopping
don't recognize me because I have I had really long curly hair, but it's up,
Okay, in the sense of what was the issue that you were covering?
Oh, H-1B.
H-1B.
It's basically a foreign visa. I was just asking why the government continues to extend and issue foreign visas when there are millions of Americans still here with no jobs. Yeah.
Hey, Jennifer, plug your site.
Oh, I will. Oh, right now?
Yeah, put it in
the
chat.
Real Unemployed.
Yeah,
the realunemployed.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get a lower third like Kim there with that on there.
Yeah. Because, believe it or not, I've been in hangouts with celebrities. They read that at the bottom, and they're like, oh, you're from St. Louis. And I don't have to sit here and tell people my website nor where I'm from. They just see that.
Right.
Like I was in a hangout with the director of Undefeated. Mm-hmm. They won Best Documentary. And when he saw where I was from, he said, hey, I'm an alumni of Mizzou. And they gave me a talking point with him and a connection and a hangout.
Right.
And it was like a real quick hangout. So now in his mind, he associates me with Missouri and social media.
And Stu,
I
real
like
quick,
that.
before I have to run back out, Stu, to answer your question, Matt is our tech guy, but he's going to a conference in Austin, Texas, so he's flying actually, so he's not with us tonight. All right.
Kim, how'd you get that banner?
Actually, someone made it for me, but if you go to, let me give you the website you can go to. Deanna, are you having issues?
Not that I know of.
Stop following me. Here's the website where you can create your own lower third.
Oh, okay.
And then I use this software to
Area technology
control
may be key to recovery in Japan.
to actually
Sunday marks the
put it at
one-year
the bottom.
anniversary of the tragic earthquake and tsunami. Today,
So I can
there
have
is news of
that,
how Silicon
or
Valley technology might help.
I can switch to one of my other favorites,
Scott Budman
with
shows
the
us
New
how
York
Bay Area
Giants on
clean
there.
tech leaders are ready to step in.
Just different
Okay,
things
I have it
going
tagged.
on. A what?
You have a what?
Oh, I just tagged the site. I have it in my favorites now.
Oh, very cool. So,
yeah.
Kim, I see you posted a Hangout graphics. Is that something I need to click on
That's
in
for
order to do what you're doing?
Yeah, well, the lower thirds allow you to create your own Hangout lower third.
Right.
And then the other link, Webcam Max, allows you to superimpose it on your screen when you are on the Hangout, when you're in a Hangout.
And can I access this little chat column after I've closed the Hangout?
Nope.
No, you won't be able to access it. You gotta get it now.
I'm trying to talk Muhammad into creating extension or adding that capability to his my Hangouts on air.
Yeah.
So
Because for me, I got a lot to juggle in here, so I got to figure out how to get it copied and pasted and all that. I'll
we just have to remember.
Look at what I got right here. This is called a pen. I can write it down.
No!
What?
I haven't seen one of those in years.
When did they invent those? Why am I always the last to know about new and breaking technology?
An historic relic. An historic relic.
Here's a link to the that's a link to the video Muhammad made regarding the new extension, accessible Hangouts, so that people who are blind, when they're in a Hangout, because people are chatting and they can't read it,
Right.
it'll read it off to them. So I'm hearing when people enter, and I hear whenever someone types, it reads it off to me.
Wow, that's cool.
So the extension. Hi, back to you, Deanna. Yo, Kim. Yeah, it says that to me. Yo, Kim. Stop it. Knock, knock. I shouldn't have told y'all. Oh. And what it does, it reads off your name, and then it tells me what you said, what you typed in.
That's great.
There you are.
Yeah. I'm
I think it's cool that you're doing that.
Yeah. So they should be able to watch and then see me on the chroma key at the same time.
Yeah, I turn my camera sometimes to that, but I got to shoot through 2 TV cameras, and there's a distance thing. Yours is a lot closer and give them a better look.
Oh, God. I'm just typing random stuff to mess with Kim.
I know it. I'm ignoring you too. When it says your name, I don't pay attention to it. But when it says everyone else's name, besides Jennifer, I pay attention to it too. See, Jennifer, you know what, Deanna, you have corrupted Jennifer already. Stop.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You rubbed off on her, Deanna. All right, Dano. See, when he gets in trouble, his name gets shortened or changed. So, you are wrong. It says Deanna Jackson says bitty bop, bitty what?
Bippity boppity boo.
Yeah, that's what it said. Bippity boppity boo.
Oh,
I thought that was
short.
Make sure you circle America. She's showing right now the actual what's going on screen.
Yes. Okay.
Make sure you circle her because she's the producer.
Oh yeah, I've got her in here already.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yes, it did say that too, Deanna.
Did it?
Yes, it got every
So I got
single
this echo
syllable.
and then wait for a pause.
Yes.
What did you say?
I had to Google that to figure out how to spell it.
Oh, see, that's sad.
Okay.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Right,
I'm
okay.
gonna meet him tomorrow.
I'm more excited about Shaka Khan.
Gosh,
It's gonna be kind of Robin.
Maria. Oh, and the eliminated contestant from American Idol.
Raise the flag and fire the cannons. Anyway, back to Shaka Khan.
Oh,
And we invite you to watch our tsunami special, Disaster in Japan 1 year later. We're going to hear from people who lived through that tragedy and talk about the lessons learned, plus the millions of tons of debris that is floating in our direction. It airs this Sunday evening at 5:30. And, of course, Rob Maeda in for Jeff now, and he's got a look at our quickly changing forecast.
Look how cold it is. Brrr.
Oh yeah, it's freezing. Oh my God, however will they survive?
We was giving Rob a hard time yesterday. What was the word he was supposed to say?
Oh, it was something like the brutal cold or the chilling cold or something like that. And it's like 40 degrees or something like that. Something ridiculous.
It was funny. Oh,
We would not let that go.
oh no, we didn't let him get away with that one.
Not when we know what real cold is.
Deanna, did you get the link? Okay, you did. You said you reshared it, didn't you?
What are we talking about?
For the shows today, for T.D. Jakes and, yesterday, T.D. Jakes and Ice Cube.
Yeah, it's like Ice Cubes I had for a while. It was like, I didn't see T.D. Jakes until I just happened to go on Facebook real fast and I saw you had posted it. And I was like, okay, bet. 'Cause my mom's been asking when I was going to post it.
Yeah, that's what happened with me. What I did was I went to the link for the Ice Cube, and then I switched to My Fox LA, and that's how I found it.
Okay, I just didn't know they had posted it yet because I was looking for it yesterday and I just couldn't find it.
What about the one with Tashaka running over the telephone?
Yeah, that one I posted.
You did?
Yeah, I posted that one. I posted it just after Tashaka did with the comment talking about he gets paid for this.
Who's that, Jackson?
Can't believe he gets he's having too much fun. Tashaka ain't got no fun.
Jamie Kennedy. That was a fun one. Oh, gosh. I'm not going to ever forget that one. Were you in that one? No.
Jamie Kennedy, no, I wasn't there.
No.
I purposely wasn't there that day.
I'm kind of scared to tell you to watch it.
Oh, now I have to.
I asked him a question that those who are in there are still cracking up.
Okay, you know I'm going to watch that as soon as I'm out of the sanctuary. Now I have to know.
Which means we do lose that hour of sleep Sunday morning, so not only are we losing
It's like I'm being rude as hell. I haven't greeted anyone else. Hey, Jennifer, how you doing?
Gotta remember that.
Hi,
Thanks
I'm
a lot,
good.
Rob. A Hep B-free Santa Cruz.
I think I just saw
Tell
her
him who you
a
are,
while ago.
Jennifer.
Up tomorrow to weed out.
Who am I talking to? I'm sorry, I was looking at something else.
Dano.
Risk.
What?
Yeah.
How am I
Next
going
to
to not know who Jennifer is? I saw her in that hangout with Obama.
Tonight, critics asked why
Who did see
prevention
that
measures
hangout?
already
Dano,
paid
you
for
ain't got to
are
go
not in
there.
place.
Chill.
And the video by
I'm just
California
saying, who doesn't
filmmakers
know?
has caught the attention
Aw,
of world
thanks,
leaders,
Dano.
why
At least
millions of
this
people
ain't the first
are on
time
the
that Jennifer
lookout
and
for a
I have met.
military leader named
Yeah, we've hung out
Joseph
before.
Oh, Chris Perillo's getting married tomorrow.
Really?
He's actually broadcasting it.
Oh, that's
Yep.
right. I think Sherilyn McHale
Okay.
was talking
And
about
then
that.
from there, yeah, okay.
I'm going to be in the video that the
Alrighty.
Nomies are giving to him. Dang it. I hope he doesn't see this. Never mind. Y'all didn't hear that.
Let's see.
Y'all didn't hear that.
Bring all my stuff.
All his stuff. Is it off the air?
No.
No, everything's being recorded.
So how you doing? I'll be right there. Let me set this down. I'll be right there.
This is all going to the
These are,
FBI. So anything you say
Folks
is
who are
gonna
watching
come
us
against
via
you.
the internet tonight. Let's see. So it's better like that. It's probably about.
I like these chairs.
So they can. Yes.
I know.
Well,
Like
They
kitchen
look,
chairs.
they look like they're comfortable for a limited time only.
very cool. Thank you. You want to hold it for me?
No, they removed the backrest because of the transmitters what they have on the back. They would get stuck. So when you look, they have no rest in the middle because of the
You have
transmitters.
an event that kicks off
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
That's actually a sense-making observation.
I hear there are more than 600 people.
Really?
Yeah.
See, when you lift it up,
Have you done this
there's the
before?
transmitter in the back and you would get stuck if you would have some things in the back.
So we might be there.
Now who's this guy?
Let's see, where are we here? Oh, we're over there. Okay.
That
Let's see
is
us
an
all right.
interesting question.
Who? Where?
Let's see.
The chair, the
Brent?
guy that they interviewed.
Probably there's something like I can't pronounce or something.
No, who's Brent talking to?
No,
Hey, Rob, can you tell us who Brent is talking to?
already said something.
Let me check the rundown here.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anytime.
It's so good to hear Rob's voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Much better than him staring at us like we're fish or something. He does. He just gets right here and he's just looking at everybody.
Santa Clara County has one of the highest.
Oh my goodness, Chris has a Lego cake topper.
Infection causes up to 80% of all.
He received it as a wedding
worldwide.
gift.
It's especially prevalent in Asians
Oh,
and
he is
Pacific
so funny.
Islanders. 1 in 12
When I get off of
hepatitis
here, I'm
B,
gonna go hang out with
two-thirds
the
don't even
his
know.
normies,
There
or
is a
the
new vaccine
people who are
that can help
members of
prevent
his
hepatitis B, and there are some new treatments
membership
for those who
website.
are already affected.
All right, so the interview we've got coming up,
Dr.
Dr. Sam from Stanford talking about liver cancer.
Santa Clara County project.
Huh.
Thank you for
Oh.
coming. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you've got
Is that who he is right there, or is that after this?
No, that's right here.
Okay, cool.
Tell me a little bit about this event that's tomorrow and why it's so important to make sure that we raise
Yeah,
awareness.
that's a nice weather, man.
This is a great kick-off event which brings the whole community together. You know, both healthcare folks as well as non-healthcare community
His
folks.
name really is Dr. Sam.
The
I
reason
thought that
it's so
was just
important
abbreviation
is
in this one.
because this is a disease which put almost 500,000 people in Santa Clara at risk. And it is the major cause of liver cancer. Unfortunately, a lot of folks are not aware they are at risk, and a lot of the doctors do not routinely screen Asian Americans for this
Where
disease.
he's from.
And they're some of the most at-risk groups, right?
Right. Asian Americans are the most at risk, and the other group
Here's
are
the
those
video,
that are foreign-born,
Dana.
whether they are from Eastern Europe, Middle East, or Africa. They should also be screened.
That's
And
the
it's
one
a
with Jamie
simple
Kennedy.
test to screen whether they are
All right,
at
cool. I'm
risk
going to
for
plus
liver
one it
cancer.
right now when I
Because
watch
if
it
they have
later.
chronic hepatitis B, they need appropriate care and maybe treatment, and liver cancer screening.
How does hepatitis B spread?
Most of the folks in this country who have hepatitis B, they actually got infected as a child, either newborn because the mother carried the virus, and they were born at a time when the vaccines were not routinely given. So any adults who are foreign-born, who are over 20 years of age, are at risk.
So explain the vaccine. There are
Wow.
vaccines now. If you're vaccinated, then there's a very good chance you will not get hepatitis B if you're
Right.
vaccinated in time.
The hepatitis B vaccine is not like the flu vaccine. You only need to take 3 shots, and potentially you're protected for life.
Now, if you already have it, is there anything that can cure it? Or is this a disease you're going to have, but we have treatments that can help you throughout life?
Chronic hepatitis is like any chronic disease, like diabetes, high blood pressure. There's no cure, but there are treatments which can control it. And with liver cancer screening, it's just like mammogram for women. You can detect the liver cancer early, and it could be successfully treated.
You know, we hear a lot about, well, obviously we're talking hepatitis B, we hear a lot about hepatitis C. What's the difference between these two?
Hepatitis C is mainly transmitted by blood. In this country, the major cause is unsafe injections. Okay. Hepatitis B, a lot of people who are infected got it from mother to child transmission at birth. And so most of the folks who are Asian Americans, they got it before they were 10 years of age.
So tell me a little bit about the awareness, because you did mention, obviously you want to get that message out to the average person. But there's also a certain amount of awareness that needs to go on inside the medical community too, and this group focuses on that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The key is to get every primary care physician.
It read all of that.
They do a one-time
I'm loving it.
for hepatitis.
That's actually pretty cool.
And if they do that,
I might have to download that extension to play around with it.
Yeah. I'm testing it for him right now. The version I have, I don't know if he's released it. But did I give you the link to
Thank you very much.
the post where you can get it?
Millions of people and
I think
celebrities
you
are
did
sharing
in the
video
last
calls
hangout
of
we
the
were
arrest
in,
of a
and I
male
kind of
military
didn't
leader.
get it.
Yeah, Yeah, I figured as much. Here's the link
2012.
Thanks.
to the post
They may not
about
be using some of the donation money they're getting wisely.
Oh man, are we talking about Coney again? No.
No.
And some concern, pros and
I'm gonna
cons
cry.
about a new shopping area.
I don't want to talk about this no more. I'm gonna start sounding like my niece in a minute. No. No one no more. No.
And good luck.
Yeah, thanks for helping.
Not want to try no
Anything we
more.
can do. That's right.
95.2 degrees?
There you go.
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
sitting
Yeah.
here with my.
Now
Well, at first I thought it was a soundbite that went with what I just said, and then I'm like, uh-oh. And then I was like, I know this story. I could make something up.
It dropped to 48 here, and it's been about 80, 85 degrees here. We've not had a winter at all
Ooh.
here in Texas, but today it dropped to about 48, and that'll be the high tomorrow.
can someone talk again? I mean, you typed something in again.
Wait a minute.
Are you sure that's what you want?
I can't even work the headphones. What are you talking about? There we go. All tangled up here.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Hey, Brent, you coming down
Dano,
to Vegas
I don't know
next
if I
month?
want you to type.
What's that? Say that again?
You coming down to Vegas next month?
I don't know if I can. Yes, my whole thing is, how do I get coverage for
Thank you.
triplets so that my wife doesn't kill me?
Oh.
Going to Vegas. That's always my thing. We used to
See,
go
what you
and
need to
just
do is do
travel
a
around.
hangout. Do a hangout from Vegas.
I don't
With your
think that'll...
family.
You should see them. They all get like excited, and I've done one just to make a little hangout with just.
Oh, how old are you? Oh.
We got Brent in trouble.
Oh, you're so funny. Oh, Dano, you got him in trouble. You busted, Dano.
Yeah, we caught him on the internet.
Jennifer, thanks for typing in.
You're welcome.
What I was doing, I was testing the pitch. I can either hear a female talking to me or a
A
male.
social media manhunt
okay.
is underway tonight. A documentary video just posted a few days ago already has more than 40 million views on YouTube. It tells the
Oh, here
story
comes
of young
Coney.
children in Uganda, some forced into the sex trades, others, mostly young boys, forced into fighting in a guerrilla military. The world is
horrible.
now on the lookout for Joseph Kony.
It was
Jesse
horrible
Geary
when it
from
was
our
happening
NBC station
6
in
years
Los
ago,
Angeles
back when it was
has
relevant.
more on the Southern California nonprofit
It was totally
that's
horrible
behind this
then.
video and why the campaign is also receiving.
Back when Joseph Kony was actually in Uganda.
Yeah.
So you're getting him started. Dano.
There we go.
Hook him, Dano.
Rage!
Oh.
Rage!
You
Hook 'em, Dano.
almost get in trouble. Almost get in trouble.
I know. Yeah, I almost got busted. But it turned out then, you got like 15 seconds, but when you really stop and think about it, 15 seconds is a long time.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
I was still hanging out. I had time to burn.
So burn it on the internet. Yeah.
I could have kept going.
Oh.
Yeah.
That Coney thing drives me up a wall. The sooner we can stop talking about that, the happier I'll be. I swear to God.
I have not seen it. This is kind of the first in fact, I almost posted something this afternoon to try to get opinion and what people are saying about it.
Oh,
But,
you didn't want to do that.
I didn't have time. No, I want to hear why.
Oh, there's some very heated opinions.
Stephanie Cruz had to hear my full opinion. I was like, I don't know what
And
she was
mine
looking
too.
for that.
Well, basically, there's a lot of information floating around, and I keep telling people, check out the facts. Don't just jump on board because it's a cause. Are you supporting the cause or are you supporting the organization? I do not support the organization, but I do support the cause.
Right. Well, I think that's one of the things. So is it so much about what's going on there, whether that's true and factual, or is it more about, okay, all this money's coming in, and what are they going to do with it? Oh, heck, I got to go.
We'll cover this when he gets back. It's like, ooh.
And that was just reporting from our Los Angeles.
The thing about the Coney video is that it looks more like an
international
infomercial than it looks like a
Golden Gate
factual
More people died jumping off of it than ever before.
You know,
the
Chris
Bridge
Perillo
Rail
shared a
Foundation
bunch
cites
of links,
37 suicides in
and
2011, which is
he
5
got
more deaths than the
sandblasted
previous year.
because he was
Foundation
sharing
has
links
renewed its campaign to construct a
that were
barrier
encouraging
around
people to
the
look at
bridge
the facts.
that would prevent suicide. The suicide
Instead
net
of just
was
looking
approved
at
by
the
Golden Gate
cause
Bridge
and saying,
District
oh yeah,
4
we need to
years
rush
ago.
out and give money
The
to this
Foundation board
organization.
member Ken Holmes
Okay,
says
where's the money
it's
going?
frustrating that
Yeah,
net has
Stephanie
not
got
been
hammered
built
pretty
yet,
hard for the same
and there
thing.
is no
She was
federal
talking about
funding.
it after you left out, Kim, that she had posted something on Facebook, and she was getting hammered. It was like, it was crazy.
Well,
Did you see the video I posted, though?
I
gotta find it.
Holmes says an estimated 15
This was awesome.
I told you about the group I was added to.
Since it was
This
built
was
75
great.
years
You
ago.
told me about that. That made me
Opponents
mad.
argue
Let
that
me
while
see
the
if-
barrier may prevent people from jumping off the bridge, it won't necessarily stop them from committing suicide in a different
Oh
location.
my goodness. Okay,
The
I can
slasher
still
is
see the
back.
post,
4 cars had the
but
tires
I
spiked in
had
Palo Alto.
I posted
The latest
about 5
slashings
hours
follow
ago
a
my
string of
opinion.
similar incidents last Saturday,
So I asked
when the
why
tires
was
on
I added to
51
this
cars
group
were
when
cut.
I, didn't
Bandits
ask to
attacked
be added.
multiple tires on several
And
vehicles.
people have come
Officials
out and
estimate the damage is in the thousands of dollars.
Here,
Police
Kim,
continue
check that
to
out when you have
increase
time.
Patrols around the neighborhood. They ask anybody who knows anything
It's
to
like, I
call.
wasn't going to
You can
post
also
anything
leave
else
an
about
anonymous
Tony,
voicemail.
but
Developers are
that
once
was
again
worth it.
pouring money
That
into
was
San
totally
Jose.
worth it.
2 privately financed shopping centers in the
That's
south
a
end of the town
video
will
from a
likely lead to
blogger,
more cash to the city.
an
Now, one of
activist
those areas
actually
is on
in
Blossom
Uganda,
Road next to Kaiser
talking about
Hospital.
her opinion on
Target
the
and
Coney
other
video.
retailers are set to set up
And
shop.
it's-
The other
you'd be
is up
surprised
the
how much
road
it
on
falls in
Almaden
line with ours,
Expressway
Kim.
and Highway 85. NBC Bay Area's Damian Trujillo has the pros and the cons of the projects.
Oh, well, thank you, Rob. I do try.
So anyway, can you remember the question, and do you have an answer? So I don't have to do it all again and waste the...
Oh, it's like, well, first of all, about the whole Coney thing, it's like, let's get this one thing straight. First of all, Coney has not been in Uganda for the past 6 years. The man's army, which they're saying in the video, he's got like 30,000 child troops. No, completely wrong. He has maybe 300, more like 250. And he's on the run. That's why he hasn't been in Uganda. And there's an actually very good chance the man's dead right now. That's point number one. Point number two, the video is a complete and total oversimplification of a remarkably complicated situation. Coney is a symptom of what's going on in Uganda. He's not the cause. You think getting rid of Coney would actually solve something? That's as naive as thinking that getting rid of Osama bin Laden ended terrorism. That is just freaking stupid. I mean, Uganda's got way bigger problems than just him. Oh, since we're talking about Uganda's other problems, why don't we just go into further detail about that? You've got 3 warring factions there. You've got his LRA, you've got the Sudan People's Liberation Army, and the Ugandan government army. And let's not even get me started on how corrupt Ugandan's government is. That's a discussion for another day. But you've got these 3 warring factions, everybody there shooting at each other, and invisible children's solution to this
survey
problem
shows a
is
slim
added
majority of
more
California
people
voters support the
shooting.
governor's proposed
That's
tax
their
hike,
solution.
which will be on the November ballot. 52% support temporarily raising the state sales
And
tax
don't even get me
by
started
half a
on the
cent
paltry
per year.
30% of
The proposal would
IC's
also raise
funding
income
that actually
taxes
goes
for people
towards
earning more than
those causes that they're talking
$250,000
about
per
they
year.
wanna save.
The Public
Last
Policy
year,
Institute
they spent a
poll
total
also
of
found
$9 million,
40%
a
oppose the
little over
measure
$9 million.
and 8% are
Now,
undecided.
toward their
Now, the
actual
same
cause,
poll
toward
shows
actually
California
helping
strongly
anyone, you
oppose
have a
automatic
little bit more
cuts
than
to
$1 million.
K-12 education.
Okay, we got Deanna's motor running now.
Failed. Most
I told y'all not to get me started. I did warn you, didn't I?
rather than more cuts to
I'm like, yeah, we need to dash some water on him or something, cool him down.
Yeah. Woo.
It's okay, Deanna. I thought I was passionate about looking at the facts. And Deanna, I understand you realize we are on air, And
That's why I wasn't
that you have,
Secretary of State is expected to issue the official ballot title and the
because
summary
you
in the
know I
next few
can
months,
really go off
and
on
then a
this
new
if I
poll
feel
will be
like
done
it.
when that information
Don't let me
is
summon
made
my inner
public.
Marine.
New
Oh, you
names
don't
are on the
want that.
Forbes list of billionaires. 2 of them are well known in the Silicon
You don't
Valley.
want me to
I know, we need-
I can
co-founder
dig
of
deep
PayPal
down
and the
within
founder of the
me
electric
and pull
That's
out
okay.
Corporal
maker Tesla
Jackson.
Motors.
We
You don't want Corporal
understand.
Jackson to come
That's
out.
okay.
That's not what you want.
1,200 billionaires.
That's
in the world.
okay.
I know, we
Graph
need
of Apple CEO
we need
or co-founder
the
Steve
sensor
Jobs.
button
His
for
wife,
beep.
Maureen Howelljob, made that place
Well,
on the list.
if we had that,
Uh-oh,
that
someone's
would be
used the
sure.
Manicam.
You might not know
Dan?
her name, but you do probably know her invention.
Dan, you may want to switch to
Slimming
webcam.
undergarments. At age 41, she is the youngest self-made woman billionaire. Still ahead tonight, honoring a Bay Area native turned war hero. We talked to a runner bringing the Pat Tillman race back to the South Bay.
Dan, can you hear us?
Video that you're probably going to be amazed to see. A
Dan
snowstorm
hear
in
us?
Wisconsin after 54 degrees yesterday.
No.
Plus a live look outside across the Golden Gate Bridge. You can expect a change for your weekend plans, and Rob has your
Point
forecast and
taken,
the details
Stu.
coming up.
Let's change the subject. Let's calm down, Dano. I gotta stop calling you
Don't worry.
Dano before I forget to call you
Deanna has
Dano.
calmed down now. I'm calm. Ooh,
Book 'em,
stop.
Dano.
No, but you know what though? You know what I like about that is that, and I've got to figure out a way to make a lot of the executives who don't quite can't wrap their minds around this yet, exactly what you're about. This is an informed viewer that has information and knows what's going on. And
Right.
we need to understand that. And a couple of things are different about that. A, the newscast that we're doing can be more sophisticated and more educational and more accurate. And secondly, people who know what they're talking about can be engaged in the process. And I don't know if people get that yet. And it's hard to. They have to be kind of a visionary, and not everybody is a visionary to get that.
Right, you have to think more outside the box, and
do.
sometimes it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks.
That is true.
Well, the easy thing is to do is point them at people who are already doing it. Point at Sarah Hill.
Right.
Point at Melissa Carlson. It's like, and they're doing it every day. It's like we're on
Tashaka,
air.
McCullough. McCullough has an interesting take of what he does. He gets on early in the morning, and he gets people's opinion, and then he splice and dice, and he puts it into the noon show that he does live on TV.
Right, and I've already pitched that for our evening shows, and whether I can get anybody to listen and do it, I don't know. But
Well, you know
you
you
just got to keep trying.
yeah,
And if you need to have a meeting with some of us, and your people,
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah, no,
I mean, you got me.
I've suggested that way maybe they can see. Sometimes seeing is understanding and believing, and then perhaps we got to
Right.
do that. So yeah.
Oh yeah, feel free to say, hey Kim, can you jump in a hangout?
Oh yeah, get at me anytime too. I'm always about.
You know what? Brent has his email up. You guys can send him proposals and stuff like that. Say, hey, I have an idea for your show.
And that was a story about Philly Dolphins.
Yeah, that's a
Deanna
good
can do
idea.
that. Jennifer can do that. She can do that about your website and stuff like that. I mean, we can pitch ourselves too.
Yeah.
Jennifer, let's connect offline.
Yeah, look at all the people waiting.
I have an idea for you.
Dragging them back in there to deeper water where they can swim. The rescue happened early Monday morning.
So if you can
All the
send me a
dolphins returned
message
to sea unharmed.
via my Google Plus profile,
Alzheimer's is destroying
how I can connect with you offline.
Still ahead. Marion
That would be
Favreau has
great.
a closer look at the real cost of the disease and what's being done about it. Plus, honoring an American hero by lacing up the sneakers.
Oh my
A new
goodness,
race to
I'm
honor
not going to
Pat
be in
Tillman.
Australia in
It will take
March.
you from
Dang.
San Jose to
You know what? Me either. I guess I'm just happy to
You
have
know
to
what?
race.
No, I just saw a post by Sarah where they're doing a 300 photographers so far are going to do an Australian
So am I
nationwide
here?
photo
Do I
walk.
do anything? I probably start over there, huh?
Oh, I guess Michael Tucker might show up for
Okay.
that.
I would love to be. I'm not going to be
sorry
in
for the
Australia
earthquake
till
there.
May though.
Uh-huh.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Hey, Kim,
Yes.
enable your message button on your profile. Right now it's disabled.
No, it shouldn't be. Send a message.
I took
It's
a
the
look
green
at-
one.
Yeah, I took a look and it didn't show up.
Who's talking to me?
The send a message,
Stu.
yeah. I see it.
Okay, Stu, it's probably because I don't have your circle.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I don't have your circle. I'll circle you.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, now you should be able to do it.
And by the way, these are folks on the internet watching this tonight. With Google Plus, so they can kind of watch.
Hi.
See their waving. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Who are we speaking?
So years ago, I took part in a Pat Tillman race down by Leland High.
Okay, I can see it now.
That one dude's got some 80s looking hair. Look at it.
What?
The dude on the left.
So did that one go away?
Dang.
That's a throwback.
Who are these?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know, but that one dude's straight off a surfboard.
I was thinking someone. He looked like maybe someone from Saved by the Bell. Or,
Yeah.
Dude, you don't have me in your circles.
Yeah.
Are you running on Sunday?
If I could, I'm recovering from a foot surgery, so I can't. Oh. They're talking to me in my ear, and I'll mention there are several.
You guys hate young guys, don't you? You always make fun of them.
Hey, you never make fun of me. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's like, what is she trying to say?
Our quick quiz tonight, where did the term marathon come from?
Whenever there's young guys on the panel, these guys are always making fun of them.
Courier,
Well,
I hope
that's
I'm
okay.
saying his name correctly, who supposedly ran about 26 miles from the plains of Marathon to Athens.
As long as you're young at heart, that's all that
The
matters.
length of the
That's
marathon.
right.
The marathon was first run in the Olympics in 1896.
God knows I'm a
The legacy of
14-year-old
Pat
kid trapped in
Tillman
the
will be
body of a
honored once again in
31-year-old
the
man.
South Bay. The inaugural
The outside will always age, no matter who you are.
Sunday, it benefits the Pat Tillman Foundation.
I don't know.
Five
On the
hours
inside, I will never grow it.
sanitation.
Never.
I must be really old.
Not me. I just stay old. I just stay right where I'm at.
Alex Barrier, the Foundation, and a friend of Pat Tillman joining me tonight.
But I tell people I'm not getting old, I'm seasoned.
JT, the run came together, it really, as I
Well
understand,
seasoned,
we were
right?
running just a few months, and it kind of got
That's
going.
what
Talk
it
about
is.
how the whole thing came together, and you got to where you are today.
Absolutely. So, gosh, only about 6 months ago, I'd say,
Wow.
a friend and I were in the backyard, and we were talking about a new race we could do. I was born here in San Jose in the 408. As we
Okay,
like to
Kim,
say.
I have your circle
And,
now.
we always used to have these great
Okay.
races in the spring, you know, the Mercury News 10K and the Fujitsu 8K, which was right around the neighborhoods here, and even the Pats Run that just a few years ago.
Right.
We thought we could fill a vacuum with a great spring
Tell you what,
race in San
these
Jose.
guys have
called the 408K.
stepped up their game
It would be the
than
408 and then be an 8K.
this
on one side of the
newscast
city.
with the hangouts.
Very cool. So
Yeah.
that's how that thing got going. And Alex, as I understand,
You're doing a really
you
good
are a
job.
friend that you knew Pat, and you've been obviously involved with his foundation and some of these runs. Talk about how special it is. We were talking earlier how there was an event at Leland High School in the South Bay. He took part. I did that many years ago, and now that's moved on and
Brent's
is
like a
elsewhere.
one-man show. He'll run from one place to the other place.
But now to have this kind of back here
Do
in
the
the Bay Area
hangout,
for something
do
that
this,
the
do
South Bay
that.
folks.
And it's powerful because
It's like only 10 people in the whole studio.
And so the Bay Area has been especially good to the foundation. And so Pat's Run, as you talked about, it was founded in Tempe, and there'll be 30,000 people running. And then we did it for a few years here, and now with 408K, we still have that same opportunity to celebrate Pat's life by getting out, running, fast or slow. It's up to you.
Yeah.
But to have that opportunity to honor Pat it's powerful to have it back.
He's just a larger-than-life personality. His persona was so dynamic. He affected so many lives. He was very devout in his beliefs and what he stood for. Tell me a little bit about how that influenced your life and what you know of him.
Well, I was saying to somebody earlier today that aside from my 3 sons and my wife.
Oh, when he said that, I thought about the show My Three Sons.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you guys are bad.
So whether you sat down and had a cup of coffee with him or whatever, but having the opportunity when he'd come home, whether it was from the service or when he was playing football, he'd come home and say, hey, let's go for
shopping for groceries again.
My time at least to be able to hang out with him. And he'd ask you questions and listen to your answers, but really want to know. And he'd say, hey, Brett, what do you think of this? And wait for your answer and then challenge you if he didn't agree. And so what I remember from him, to answer your question,
one of the things is thinking for yourself and being able to think.
I love
things
Google
through,
Documents.
speak your mind, and then keep it to attack.
And I've talked to a lot of people over the years, and one thing is they pretty much all share that same sentiment that you just spoke about. So, JT, tell me a little bit about the race and also the connection with the Pat Tillman Foundation.
Angry News Spot cameras.
And if you need to go now, because I know you're associated with it.
Good.
Yeah, feel free.
Yeah, I might hand off the torch there. But when I actually participated in the same race in the Pats run back in 2008.
That's weird. They got 3.
I did have the opportunity.
They got the weatherman in there too now.
Yeah.
I was out that year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. But anyways.
That's great.
When I started my own race here in
find out what the
San Jose,
weather's like.
it was an obvious connection for me to partner with a guy who was also from San Jose. God always inspired me growing up, and to make it a Pat Tillman Foundation event to an extent, kind of pick up the torch that when they left.
I find it so interesting that
The
watching these
money
guys
that we're
prepare to
money
get
that
ready.
we're able to raise benefits directly our Tillman military.
Isn't it interesting
Yeah,
to
just
see
watching
kind of
the
behind
weather.
the scenes how it works?
Yeah, watching the weather guy just get all his stuff lined up.
Yeah.
Adam
Fixing the
Potter
tie.
and Rudy Rickner are both here in the Bay Area. One's at Stanford, one just graduated from Columbia, and Rudy works at at Google now. And so they'll run. But so the money that we're able to raise, we provide scholarships to veterans and or their spouses. So these men and women who've gone and fought for our country, when they come home and they wish to continue their education, the foundation funds it. So when you're out running, you're generating money for these men and women.
And before we go, we want to put up on the screen, I think we've got a look at the course.
Yeah, I think it would be good for him to
It's
have.
8 kilometer. It ends at Santana Row, and we should mention that we have several folks here at NBC Bay Area that are supporting that. Will Adams, who's in the booth right now directing this show, he's there. Production assistant Aaron Sterner's
Not for me
there.
either.
Our 11
Are you trying to watch this one externally?
I've done it in the past due to a surgery I'm recovering from my foot. Can't do it this time. But
when I try to watch any of them,
obviously
I have
still
trouble.
connected to that race,
Just
and
as an error occurred, it doesn't play.
Yeah, you want to do it Internet Explorer,
I want
not
to thank you
Chrome.
both
That's
for coming
weird.
by. Good luck to you, both in the foundation and in the
I'm doing it in Internet Explorer 9.
All right. Meantime, we want to check in with Rob. It looks
I have
like you might
sometimes the
want
same
to check
problem.
what kind of running gear you're wearing, just in case it could be changing.
Yeah, well, our temperatures are going to be cooling off a little bit this weekend, but overall should be, I think, pretty nice. Right now, our temperatures this evening not all that bad. We have
It's a nice
50s
view,
and
what he has.
60s outside right now. Eventually looking at a little bit of sea breeze picking up as we go through the evening. Right now, you'll notice the wind through Nevada west of 15, so we're starting to see the onshore breeze pick up. This time,
I totally love that he went away from his desk and walked over to the green screen. That is great.
Yeah, that was neat how he he started talking about the weather over there and then waved to us and then walked over to the screen. That's cool.
More nice days tomorrow going to the weekend, and for the weekend, we expect some teams are dropping it out of the course, bringing in a chance to see some showers. Especially by Sunday.
It's time to get Brent in trouble again. He's putting on the headphones.
Tell you what.
30s and 40s outside. Cold again.
But if you
Actually,
think
that's
that
where I
you
live,
see
right?
only a
San
green
Francisco,
board,
right there.
Conditions once again.
There you go.
Climbing in the 70s around the Bay Area,
Watch the
74
news
degrees San Jose, Santa Cruz, 73. But a late day sea breeze will be cooling things off around the Inner Bay and
Oh, yeah, he's going to be behind that green.
pretty nice. Low to mid 70s around Pleasanton.
It might be
little more
small, too. It could be
73
backlit.
To get over to Alameda in San Francisco, low 60s around the Bodega Bay. And keep in mind, those temperatures you see right there on the coast, those may seem cool. Those will be cooler than the high temperatures we likely see come Sunday. So obviously our temperatures cooling down through the weekend. Best chance of rain will probably come in Sunday afternoon, and then look at this 7-day forecast off and on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Even into Thursday, we're looking at daily chances of rain. So the weekend,
I remember coming back from Hawaii, and I had to get my fruit inspected, and they said, you can go right through. They don't believe anything can live in Chicago. The thing is,
Thanks a lot. There is a good chance that you know somebody who's battling Alzheimer's disease. The number of people diagnosed with it is growing, and the costs are rising just as dramatically. The disease is expected to cost the nation $200 billion this year alone. And NBC Bay Area's Marion Favreau looks at why the cost is so high and the growing number of patients with no safety net.
He just makes
Survive the
it so
robo
easy.
So the salmon season is new?
Yes, it is.
40% chance. Next class. Yeah, Rainier, that's a good point. The sunspot group, which is almost the size of 4 Earths, is actually almost directly Earth-facing right now. So if you did get an X-class flare-up, we would see a pretty good amount of energy headed our way. So, yeah, that's possible next half day or so.
Really?
Yeah.
We haven't had any X-class players today, but that group of Sunspots is...
And I like the Chinook with the announcer.
Interesting. It's like, I mean, could that actually affect something? Like I've been hearing, or?
But,
I think a friend of mine had a laptop wiped out by it.
I think you did mention
that. In the past, when you've had something like an X6 or an X5, they've had power. I think there was a power grid in Calgary that got tripped offline.
That is cool.
ATM machines, UPS. The last time this happened was in the early 2000s. So, in 8 or 9 years' time, we're so much more reliant on satellite systems than we used to be. So, if you had an event like you had in 2002 happen today, you would probably see a lot more systems going offline.
A spectacular sight in the San Francisco Bay where chopper. For the past several days, we've been showing him this. People watching a full-grown gray whale and her calf just off of Alcatraz. This is video from the pair of our chopper this morning, but with the excitement also comes a warning for boaters to steer clear. There has been at least one reported incident of boaters harassing the whales. Experts say do not make a lot of sudden speed.
Harassing a whale. That sounds like a really good plan.
You got to be pretty low to harass a whale.
It is not uncommon for the whales to pay us a visit. Experts say about 30 whales per year.
Not uncommon for whales to pay us a visit.
I was like, hi guys.
After 4 years, salmon fishing, 2012 is expected to be the best in several years.
I don't know. I just have a slight aversion towards
returning to the Sacramento
messing
Oregon
with
rivers to spawn
an animal that weighs as much as my house does.
The public will still be able to weigh in, but preliminary plans call for the commercial salmon season to start as early as April 1st and go through September. Still ahead tonight at 7, San Jose soccer team bringing a little joy to the lives of kids in Haiti. How you can help and even get a sweet deal.
Well, thanks, Jeff and Jennifer, and I didn't manage to fall on camera, which is what I was totally paranoid about when I went running by the laptop.
You did great.
You did great, man.
Well, thanks.
You sure did.
Can you see my ability to control the weather? See my clicker here?
Oh,
yeah,
I want to click.
Yeah, that's the play button.
Let's pick
this is to make snow happen. This is to make rainfall from the sky. No, I'm just. I wish I had that.
This is secret weapon. What you're using.
Where you look at it.
We got plenty of snow in Wisconsin. Yesterday was 54 degrees.
It's like a Fisher-Price toy because they realize that weather people like to drop expensive things.
Yeah.
You do that from your iPhone?
In case you kick it or drop it like some of us.
That's funny.
So if you're too excited and you throw the remote, it will bounce back.
Yeah. This one's in good shape. It's pretty new, but our old one. In fact, I'm going to go get it. You should see what it looks like.
That's scary.
Yay, secret.
That one is huge.
Finally, you can actually see how the weather gets generated. The man that's control the weather.
Yeah. So I was like, now I know who to complain to when it snows here.
So,
I think I saw a sci-fi movie about this.
We have a full
house. So he pressed the wrong button. Oh, look at this.
So is that the old one?
Yeah, I mean,
look at that crack in there.
You did drop it a couple of times.
Yeah, I don't know how it's possible to do that, but somehow we did it.
How do you
somehow got
maybe I shouldn't have, used it as a hockey puck. Maybe that wasn't the brightest thing.
Yeah, we use it for curling.
Now that's
so this
scary.
One's nice and clean. Let's hope it doesn't.
For now.
Well, it's smaller
too. To see your secret weapon.
That's right. No, but this is
tonight at 11. Controversy surrounding contraception and why abstinence-only sex ed classes may soon be a law for some students. Tonight, what's behind that push and what parents and students on both sides of the issue have to say about it. That's tonight after an all-new Awake on NBC Bay Area News.
On the way home
it
tonight.
Looks like another Bay Area could soon ban
tremendous amount of snow, and it was just absolutely belting us on the highways.
Study ahead of a county-wide ban. Now, San Francisco
got
was
that
target of a lawsuit
yesterday.
seeking
I was going to say you were in the 50s yesterday, and then you had a
after it's
Obviously,
voted to conduct an
little
environmental
Canadian air
impact
conditioning come
report.
your way.
If approved in San Mateo County, you would only be
close
offered
that door in
plastic
Canada.
bags if you were buying meat, produce,
Let's
prepared
think about
foods,
cold air
and
over the
prescription medicine.
northern part
More
of the U.S.
controversy
There's
surrounding
not
the
much to dam
America's
it up
Cup,
and stop
a
it once
possible
it gets
change of venue from San
anything east of the
Francisco to
Rockies
New York.
like
San Francisco
compelling
officials
down.
Yeah,
were caught
you were
off guard. There is a push to
talking
move
about
the
that solar
exhibition
flare,
race this August
too.
to the
We're
East
already
Coast. Oracle
seeing it
billionaire
on
Larry
ham
Ellison
radio.
and his group want to
you're seeing
increase
it?
media exposure
It's
ahead of
killing the
American
band. It's
race in San
absolutely
Francisco
killing
in July of 2013.
HF
Now,
frequencies.
despite this recent
I
report,
appreciate
this is
Race
the,
insiders
here's
say
the
that
current
moving this year's
location.
exhibition to New York
And,
is still kind of a long
It's getting
shot.
closer to you.
San Jose earthquakes are kicking it up a notch to help
That's
children
pretty good.
in
I
quake-ravaged
think
Haiti. The
it may
team
get
will
into
host an
Dakota and
equipment
Minnesota
drive
tonight.
this Saturday at their home opener
Parts
against
of
the
the
New
Upper
England
Great Lakes, you probably
Revolution.
can see it on the northern
Midfielder
horizon.
Jean-Marc
Don't have clouds
Alexander,
in the
who grew up in Haiti, runs the youth academy there in desperate need of soccer gear. Collection bins are going to be placed throughout the stadium this weekend. Shoes, shin guards, cleats, and soccer balls are just a few of the things they need. Okay.
So the big
Kickoff
question
starts at
is,
7:30 at
the
Santa
movie, The
Clara's
Weatherman?
Buckshaw Stadium, and fans who donate get a 2-for-1 voucher for a future Quakes game. Thanks for joining us tonight. Be sure to tune in at 11 for the latest local news. Have a great night, and we will see you back here tomorrow.
That's it. It's done.
Yay!
Good job.
You just made it on TV.
Is that the end?
I did stay up.
You're right back.
Oh.
And Bob didn't fall over anything.
Deano is big time now in the Bay Area.
Uh-oh, what Deano do?
Well, I didn't do anything.
They just punched the hangout for a closing shot, and you were in the big picture there.
Oh, Deano!
No!
You weren't doing anything bad, so there you go.
You're a star now.
At least I was being